In the world of computers and the internet, few words are used as casually and as frequently as the word bug. When a program crashes, a website won't load, or an app behaves strangely, people often say, "There's a bug." Programmers talk about fixing bugs. Tech companies release bug fixes, and software updates often promise to remove them. But have you ever wondered why we use the word bug to describe a computer problem? Let's find out, right here, on History of Simple Things. The idea of calling technical problems bugs actually existed long before computers. In the late 1800s, engineers used the term to describe small, unexpected glitches in machines. The famous inventor Thomas Edison even mentioned bugs in an 1878 letter while describing difficulties in one of his inventions. He used the word to refer to small flaws or hidden issues that prevented a device from working properly. In fact, the word bug has an even older history. In early English, it referred to frightening creatures or goblins in folklore. During the Middle Ages, bug or buggy described something that caused fear, similar to the modern boogeyman. Over time, the meaning shifted to insects and small creatures, and by the 1800s, it became slang for mysterious mechanical problems, as if some unseen creature had crept into a machine and disrupted it. However, the most famous moment in the history of the word bug happened in 1947, during the early days of electronic computing. At the time, computers were enormous machines that filled entire rooms and relied on thousands of electrical components. One such machine was the Harvard Mark II computer at Harvard University, where pioneering computer scientist Grace Hopper was part of the team working on the system. One day, the computer began producing strange errors. Engineers searched the circuitry and discovered the cause: a moth trapped inside a relay that interfered with the electrical contacts. They removed it and taped the insect into the logbook with the note, "First actual case of bug being found," creating one of the most famous stories in computing history. As computers evolved in the mid-20th century, the word bug became central to programming culture. A single error in a program, like a missing character or wrong calculation, can cause unpredictable behavior, from minor annoyances to system crashes or security issues. Debugging is the process of finding and fixing errors. In modern software with millions of lines of code, even a tiny mistake can affect the entire system. Bugs in computing have sometimes caused major consequences, from a missing hyphen destroying a NASA rocket in 1962 to a unit conversion error losing the Mars Climate Orbiter in 1999, and even financial market chaos from faulty trading software. Yet bugs are an inevitable part of complex technology. Modern programs are too complex to be error-free, so developers rely on testing and updates, which is why software often includes bug fixes. Interestingly, the culture around bugs has also shaped how programmers think about problem solving. Many developers treat debugging like detective work. When something breaks, they examine clues, error messages, unexpected outputs, or system logs to reconstruct what happened. This detective-like mindset is central to programming, and the term bug perfectly captures it: a small, sneaky problem hiding in the system. The term bug has influenced technology language beyond programming. In cybersecurity, software vulnerabilities are also called bugs, and many companies now run bug bounty programs that reward researchers for responsibly reporting them before they can be exploited. Major tech companies like Google and Microsoft have paid millions in bounties, turning the hunt for bugs into a global effort between corporations and independent security experts. What makes the term especially enduring is its simplicity. Technical language can often feel intimidating, but the word bug is easy to understand. Everyone knows what a bug is, something small, annoying, and sometimes hard to catch. The metaphor makes complex technological problems feel relatable. Instead of talking about unexpected software execution anomalies, we simply say, "There's a bug in the system." More than a century after Thomas Edison casually used the word in his letters, the term has become universal. Programmers in Silicon Valley, engineers in Tokyo, students learning their first coding language, and everyday smartphone users all understand what it means. Even people with no technical background recognize the phrase software bug. It has become part of the shared vocabulary of the digital age. And perhaps the most charming part of the story is that the metaphor once became reality. A tiny moth inside the Harvard Mark II computer helped immortalize a word that engineers had been using for years. That accidental moment linked language, history, and technology in a way that no one could have predicted. So the next time an app freezes or a website behaves strangely and someone casually says it's just a bug, remember that the phrase carries a surprisingly long and colorful history. It connects medieval folklore, 19th century inventors, early computer pioneers, and modern programmers all in one small word. A simple glitch in today's digital world is part of a story that has been evolving for centuries. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.